Hello YouTube, this is Total War Seraphim bringing you the 5th game from the FIB, the Faction Inheritance Battle. Tonight I am glad to be bringing you two very established players in my mind. Greek Iraklis will be playing as the Lusitani, and European Lion will be playing as the Odrysian Kingdom. Let's jump right into it, huh? Alright, we're going to take a look at Greek Iraklis' build here as a Lusitani. First up for the infantry, we have a Lusitani Spearman, another Scutari Spearman, Lusitani Spearman, and a fourth Lusitani Spearman, Lusitani Swordsman, Lusitani Swordsman, Lusitani Swordsman, and a fourth Lusitani Swordsman. We have a veteran shield warrior, 2 veteran shield warriors, 1 Lusitani noble, a 3rd veteran shield warrior, and a 4th one to make up the back infantry line. On the left flank we have 2 Cantabrian cavalry with 1 Scutari cavalry in the back. On the right flank we have another Scutari cavalry and 2 Cantabrian cavalry for the right flank. For European Lion, playing of the ZEAL clan, we have 1 mercenary Falksman, Thracian warrior, mercenary Falksman, Thracian warriors, mercenary veteran hoplite, making up the center, mercenary Falksman, Thracian warriors, Thracian slingers on the right flank, 2 Thracian peltists making up the center, and 1 Thracian slinger for the left flank. His is a Thracian royal cavalry, his general, so he's 2 on the left flank, a Thracian royal cavalry, and a Thracian royal cavalry on the right flank. Alright. So as far as I see it, the Lusitani are very weak to skirmishers, and European Lion has brought enough to get the job done. Greek Iraklis has opted for a strong skirmishing contingent, which I believe that he uses very well in this game, to the detriment of European Lion in the beginning. Both players are moving their centers up. Greek Iraklis is being extremely aggressive with his build, but that is what it was created for. His skirmishers on the right and left flank are engaging both at the same time, and I find this particularly impressive in that it takes a lot of micro skill and a lot of attention to be able to do this effectively. You also have to know the range of whatever skirmishers they might have on both flanks. In this instance, he has a Thracian slinger out here, which could do enough damage to either one of those Cantabrian cavalries. Already Greek Iraklis is splitting up his forces. There's a center force, a left force, and a right force, and he divides his forces according to the opposition he sees on both sides. This is another move I like very much. He knows what he needs to do to overcome both sides, and he seems very confident. He set out right to do it, and he is doing it. So already the engagement has begun on the right flank of European Lion. The Cantabrian are getting some shots in against the cavalry, moving in and out of range depending on which way the skirmishers are facing. And the other Cantabrian on the right flank of European Lion is opening up on the Thracian warriors and is being quite successful in its volleys. They deal a lot of damage, as Thracian warriors have little to no missile block chance. Out here on the right flank of Greek Iraklis, the general for European Lion has been targeted and is taking significant damage. Again, both flanks are engaging at once, and so it's a little bit hard to keep track of both, but they're both picking optimal targets, and they're both landing their shots as they come in and out. This Thracian cavalry has already lost 1 man, and significant damage has been done, whereas this Cantabrian cavalry has not lost a single man. This Cantabrian cavalry has been content to fire at this Thracian warrior and has already caused over 30 kills just from jab volleys alone. Again, I find it particularly impressive that he's able to do this on both flanks. I presume that he must be looking down the center of the battlefield in order to do this. I do something similar, but not nearly as well. So the middle of European Lion is moving up. Excuse me, moving up in order to gauge the Lusitani center. because at this point both flanks are going very poorly, and only to the Cantabrian cavalry of Greek Iraklis. Slingers are getting some shots in here. The Scutari cavalry has peeled away from the center and is now moving out here in an attempt to support the left flank of Greek Iraklis. The Cantabrian cavalry is content to surround and shoot the Royal Thracian general at will, essentially. Scutari cavalry also being peeled away to help chase after the slingers. There's a lot of pressure here. The Thracians intercept and are able to get some damage as the Scutari attempt to dive bomb the slingers, but it's pulled away at the last second. These Cantabrian have been sacrificed as the Scutari move in to help support in that fight. The Thracian Peltasts have opened up on Lusitani spearmen, and Greek Iraklis, instead of engaging, decides to pull away his center force, I assume so that he can concentrate on both flanks, which he is winning, and possibly putting off the center until he has the ability to turn more attention towards it. Here we see an infantry rush against the Royal Thracian cavalry, and the Lusitani spearmen will do particularly well in this battle. The Thracian warriors are being moved into support, and so are the mercenary falxmen, who, once they get into battle, presumably will do pretty well. Again, the center is being pulled away in an effort to keep it from being shot. Here we see an all-in engagement, the Scutari versus the Thracians, with the veteran and the Scutari spearmen supporting, and the Lusitani swordsmen also supporting. This flank is not going well for European Lion, and he's trying to pull it away. Meanwhile, it looks like the micro for Greek Iraklis has returned to the center. He charges his spears and puts them in shield wall in order that they might hold out longer to the combined forces of the Odrysians. He moves his Lusitani nobles into the center in order to better engage, and the Iberian swordsmen are also going to move, the veteran shield warriors are going to move in as well. The right flank of Greek Iraklis is being cleaned up quite well. The Thracian warriors losing decidedly to the combined forces on the right flank. Already, the Lusitani spearmen and the veteran shield warriors are able to overcome the Thracians. The Peltasts are opening up on the general, but aren't getting the greatest shots in. Even if the Lusitani are weak to missiles, a lot of those missiles are either not landing or missing or causing friendly fire damage. The general itself is only dropping 1-2 shots per volley at this point, and is doing quite well in this battle. The right flank has engaged and is keeping the pressure up so that European Lion is forced to micro on many different fronts. The Cantabrian cavalry gets into these Thracian slingers and stops them from firing. The Scutari are going to charge the the Thracian Peltasts. They may not win that, but they will definitely tie up the unit and keep it from doing damage during this. It gets recharged by the Cantabrian cav. Here, the Thracian Royal Cavalry does get into the back of the Lusitani nobles, but the spearmen will do extremely well in this engagement, and they've also popped cavalry counter tactics. At this point, it's all but wrapped up for European Lion, who really got out-microed, in my opinion, in this game, though both players did play very well. Greek Iraklis brought a lot of pressure early on, and European Lion simply was confronted on too many fronts. His right and his left flank were both just harried by the Cantabrian cavalry. All in all, a very good game between both players. I wanted to thank both Greek Iraklis and European Lion of the ZEAL clan for joining this tournament. I certainly had a lot of fun watching this game, and it was definitely a nail biter. This is Total War Seraphim signing off. Be well.